So we're starting the stream. Let's see when it starts. Alright. Slowly but surely, this should be kicking off. I think we're live-ish. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for checking out the channel. I'll start off in saying, and I'll probably repeat this a couple times. Sorry there's no comic conversation tonight. Our good buddy Chris, Boston Chris, is on vacation with his family, and Jesse had something come up. So we decided we'd just push it back till next week, and then we'll be back at our normal Wednesday or whatever night it is, Thursday as it were, at 8:30 over on JLS Comics. So just a night off. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I think Comics and Cold Ones is still tonight. So if you're in the need for a longer formatted maybe live show, that'll be a little bit later on. But who we got in here? We got Midwest Comic Man. What's going on, brother? How's it going, brother? The STS guys. NES Master 80. What's going on? Scotty's here. Scotty's fourth guy here. But it's all good, Scotty. My faith in humanity is restored, says the Midwest Comic Man. No YouTube channel can ever start on time, or live show. I'm with you, brother. I mean, that would be against some code. We're actually, what it should be is we're all like old school TBS time. Everything starts at like 5 after. Iron Galactus is here. What's going on, Iron Galactus? Comic Boys! What's going on, brothers? Jack Yo's here. What's going on, brother Jack Yo? How is it going? So yeah, we got a box. Now this, alright. So this is a book that I won on an auction, right? And then it went from the auction to CGC, and now to me. So it's pretty crazy how that works. Pretty crazy. So my next adventure with slabbing would now actually be to send a book from my house away and have it come back. Haven't done that yet. I'm gonna. It's so difficult picking books, though. Beers and comics, nice combo, right? It's a good idea. I mean, the longer it goes, it could become like a show where it's kind of hard to understand what people are saying. But you never know. I'm just playing. It's always a good time over there. That's over on All About Comics channel. Good guy, JP. Midwest said they were almost an hour late on Blast last week. That's crazy. Hey, it happens, man. That's just how it goes. I got a dog scratching the carpet. Dog. Don't do that. Just lay down. I would get angry if there wasn't about to be new carpet put in. Or this carpet was about to be gone. So, let's see. Scotty said, why did TBS always start 5 minutes late? I don't know. I think it was just their thing. So you could flip through the other channels and realize that, oh, I don't really want to watch any of this. And you'll just go watch something on TBS because it's starting by the time you get there on the dial. I don't really know why they did. I just always thought it was funny. It bought you 5 minutes, you know. I'm glad to said, how hard is it? Just send in like all your 337s and get those slabbed. Done. You could, yeah. Man, but that's the thing. I've got the 9.6. I've got the 9.6337. I will eventually get a 9.8. Do I have one that is a potential 9.8 candidate, maybe like after pressing, cleaning type thing like that? I don't know. I need to like really go over them, you know? So yeah, I may have that done in person. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'll get Edwin to like check those out when he's here at DragonCon. Everybody come to DragonCon. Come to DragonCon. I'm gonna be there. Jesse's coming up. Edwin's coming over. We're gonna make Comically Flawed come down for it. So whoever else is around wants to come to DragonCon, definitely come if you can. Midwest Comic Man. Alright. We'll send you some books too. Send them from here to there to there to back to here. Man, what a crazy risk we always run with this mailing stuff. Because, like I said, it can make several stops before it gets back to you. And be gone for half a year, you know? To the point where you almost forget that you sent something off. Let's see. That's right. Drunk History did make it work. That is a good point. That is a good point. NES Master said, are those cap number 1 variants? That is a cap number 1 variant. That's the Matt Peck variant that I'm just making glare. Oh, here. So that's the Matt Peck one. My shop was really awesome and opened at midnight on Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, and let us get our books there just because they were still open on 4th of July, which I thought was weird. I thought they were going to be closed, and that's why they were doing it. But no, they were just like, we figure some people won't be able to make it, so we'll do this. No, it was awesome. It was awesome. So yeah, Cap 1 variant, Cap 1 regular cover, wraparound with our awesome Comic Skins backboard. Look at that bad boy. You can't beat that. Comic Skins, everybody. Comic Skins. Did I put the link in the description? I don't know if I did or did not. I think the code is like JLS2. If you go there and buy something, you get a discount. But yeah, Comic Skins. I think Jesse also just did a video about Comic Skins and talked about it. No, he did their like Slab. He like one of those like slab your own book kits. So it looked really cool though. Yeah, Edwin can press too. Maybe that's who did this one. That we're about to unbox. Maybe it was on one of his auctions that I bought a book. Maybe. Midwest said he knows it's painful to wait, but just keep sending books. That way you've got a continuous cycle of things going out and coming in. I mean, that's a good way to be about it. Jackio said he's always considered Dragon Con, but it's a bit of a drive. I understand, man. I understand. And if you come to Dragon Con, just make sure you really have some comfortable shoes. Because you're going to walk a lot. You're going to walk a lot. But it's a good time. And there's a ton of people. A ton of people. I can't stress that enough, how many people there are at Dragon Con. There's a lot of people. It's spread out over a massive area. Buildings, hotels, things, and there's just people. There's people everywhere. But then there'll be like breaks where you can so it's not ridiculous. There's also a fun part is navigating around Dragon Con, because all these people will be like on one side of the road. Like you'll have like a block of people lined up, right? And they're just waiting to go down and cross the street to go into a building, right? Like no other reason, they just all stacked up there and are waiting. So if you just go on the opposite side of the street and walk down and then cross the street again, you're already there. So people are ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous. So you just got to be a little aware of what's going on. Tats Comics is here. What's going on, brother? Comics and Freedom Day. Can't beat it. That's right, Comic Boys. Missed something. Hold on. Man, I need to go tomorrow and get my books. Tat, what are you doing, man? What's going on? Cap. Yeah, I know. I need clear tape on that, but I put like just the painter's tape because I think that was what was handy. I don't know where there's the clear tape was hiding from me on a bookshelf over here. It does that. It does that. Because I got like packing materials for books going out. I got tape, different tapes. It's crazy. Dang, need a golf cart when you go to cons. Dude, you really do. I would love a Segway at a con. Except for like escalators. That might make difficult. Though I think they're supposed to be able to go up those. Just dead balance. But, yeah. You walk a lot. Jackio, if you could come, man. I don't know how far out you are from Atlanta, but if you could come, it'd be cool. Can you show... TJ Watson's asking if I... What? Can you show the cover swipe Cap 1, please, and thank you. What cover swipe? I don't have a cover swipe. This is Cap 100. Are you talking about Cap 100? This is Cap 100. The real deal, Cap 100. There's no cover swiping. That's the real deal, brother. It's the real deal. I had that out on like my Instagram. That was my 4th of July. It was like the tag was like 4th of July comics or something. So that was my picture. I had all those set up. So I had Cap 100 in the center and then the both ones from New Comic Book Day on either side. Thought it was pretty cool. Was that what you were talking about, TJ? Is that what you're talking about? Stay Puffed is here. What's going on, Stay Puffed? How's it going, brother? Okay, cool. That's what you got. Thanks, Scotty. Appreciate you watching the haul, man. I appreciate that. See, that was also a fun thing, man. That was crazy, too. So I went, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, midnight right there. Picked up books, was back here, went live, right? And just did a live haul then at like 1 a.m. So that ran for like an hour. So like, by the end of it, man, I don't think my words were working too well. Yeah, man. Come on, Scotty. You gotta find them covers. They just stare at you. And you're like, crap. Because that Nightwing cover, right? The Nightwing cover B that came out this week, I don't normally get Nightwing. Or I haven't in a while. I dropped off at some point after Rebirth. Like in the teens or something, I want to say. I think I did a review of a Nightwing book. And then I dropped it after on the channel here. Anyway. But that was just a solid cover. I mean, that was a crazy looking cover. So, I had to pick that one up, Some books are like that. As a main rule, I try to stick with just variants of books that I would normally be picking up anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't try to go way far out of my wheelhouse unless potentially it's a flippable situation. But I so rarely do that. To the point of like I will buy something like, oh man, I'm gonna flip this. I'll just keep it. I'll just keep it. And then it'll go down in price. And I'll just keep it. That's how it goes. Speaking of CGC submissions, can you submit at cons? Or do you have to mail them in? No, you just have to check the con. I believe not this weekend, but next weekend. All right, Atlanta's weird, guys. So this weekend, we have this quarterly Sunday-only one-day con that is called the Atlanta Comic Convention? I think. Whatever. It's the Atlanta Comic Convention, right? And then next weekend, we have a bigger con, an all-weekend con, that is the Atlanta Comic Con. Not affiliated with each other at all, but that's kind of weird. So the first time that I'm hearing about the second one that's coming up. But I'm going to Dragon Con, so that'd be 3 cons stacked very near each other. So I'm not sure which ones I'm going to get to be at. But yes, the second one that I'm going to, or potentially going to next weekend, that one they have it. CGC submission. You just have to like look on the con that you're going to's website and see if that's available there, if that's part of it. If they're going to have a booth, more than likely they will accept submissions. You can also then have like witness signatures and things like that done. So, Strictly Comics is here. What's going on? Strictly Comics. Yeah, okay, we're showing the right side of the box. Just get a membership and mail direct. Easier and safer. Says the TJ Watson. Nice. Okay, so I think we got enough people here. We can go ahead and open this bad boy. We've been jawing it up for about 15 minutes. I did do some pre-cutting just to get the box ready so that I wouldn't be sitting here for an hour and a half like fighting tape or something like that. That can happen on live shows when you unbox things. It's okay. I was opening a knife, dog. You can go back to sleep. Good boy. And he laid down. All right. We are in business. So, we will remove the package from the box, as it were. Now, this is crazy. Look at this. Wait, how does... Is this like a vacuum sealed bag? This is a vacuum sealed bag. This is a vacuum... It's like we're living in the future. What? It's like Space Age or something over here with vacuum sealed bag, man. I don't even know what to say. Glad I got the knife out. What? Comic Boy said, okay, cool, never submitted. Trying to figure out my first book. Pressure. Okay, here, what I did. I mean, yeah. Have you, Comic Boys, do you have any graded books already? You can buy one. Like I said, most of my slabs that I bought for less than you could send a book in to get slabbed, which is really messed up. But it's just what I wanted. Man, yes. Strictly Comics for all your packaging needs. Holy goodness, brother. This is awesome. I hate to cut this up. It's so pretty. But we gotta. And then we can use it for other stuff. It's a bag. Okay. Sons of guns. Hold on. As we try not to have to go to the hospital. Because that would... Well, I guess that might get some views, though, eh? I know. He does a good job, man. Vacuum sealed. That's awesome. The first layer has been removed. Or I guess that would be the second layer, since the box was the first. Okay. Can you tell I'm a little excited? We're just going to do it this way. A layer at a time. A little bit of pressure. And a layer. What happened to CJ? Wish my package came that way. Mine was shattered. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. Edwin did like super fast shipping on this too. It got here really fast. Woo! I'm horrible about this, guys. Sorry. I even cut where there was tape. And I didn't cut the tape. Score! Package with the... I know the suspense. It's killing all of us. It's getting us all. Oh, baby. I'm pulling out the top. Hold on. Hold on, we got it. We got it. No, we don't got it. Okay. Okay. Alright. Hold on. We're trimming some more. Just doing some trimming. Oh yeah. Okay. So it is. Alright, first of all, everybody guess. What title is this? And I'll tell you you're wrong. Because you're not gonna get Edwin, you can't. Edwin. Wait, am I pointing a knife? Sorry. Edwin. Everybody but Edwin, tell me what title you think this is. You don't have to give a number because that would be way too hard and specific. Though if you did somehow give the title and number, I will mail you something. Because that would be insane. Stephen Oates is here. What's going on, Stephen Oates? Pope Cerebus the First. Not the second. Or the third. No, no, no. He is the first. The very first Pope. Serious. Okay. I think we're good now. I think we're good now. Okay. Points. What? I missed some stuff. Hold on. Let me scroll back up because it's moving on me. Oh, nice. He's got 2 slabs he bought. Nice Comic Boys. Ooh, Venom Lethal Protector and Exo Man of War number 0 was super clean. Nice. Those are cool books, man. I like it when people get, like, random books like that. I mean, Lethal Protector is a bigger name, but, like, Exo Man of War 0, that's just something you would get because you like that book, you know? Much like I did with my first slab, Stormwatch number 1. Why? Because that's, like, my favorite Image book. It's, like, the book that opened my eyes to something other than, Marvel and DC. So, here we go. Strictly Comics, everybody. Make sure you're following him on Instagram. He's going to have a slab sale on Sunday. And his Instagram is at Strictly Comics with an X at the end there. Strictly Comics. Just so you make sure. Oh, is that Batman 50? No. I have Batman 50 over there if you really want to see it. I got the Jim Lee cover. I know, the suspense. I'm running through real quick and then we'll get it. Here we go. It is not Avengers. It's not Daredevil. It's not Punisher, not Squirrel Girl. Not Darkhawk. Not X-Force. It's funny that no one has actually said that. Alright, here we go. It is the first true appearance of this character as this other character. Though I don't think it says it, which is upsetting. But man, this is a big old thick monster of a case. Man, this thing's nuts. Okay. I know, it's killing everybody. We've drug it out as long as we can. T.J. Watson's Shattered book that he received was a 9.2 Vampirella, number 36. Jeez. Tats Comics says Thor. Close. Comic Boys says New Bloodstrike. No. No, not the blue Ronin. No. Alright. Bam. What if number 10? What if Jane Foster found the hammer of Thor in a badass 9.4? Look at that. There are a couple 9.4s on the bay. There's a very few 9.6s and only like a couple 9.8s. So this is awesome. Especially like I got a great deal on it as part of the auction, of course. And then had Edwin pressing and send it off to CGC. And boom, we got a 9.4 bad boy right here. Let's remove it from this packaging also that I got to figure out. Hold on. There's more tape. This could... Alright, so 4 hours later. 4 hours later. You were so close, Tat. You were super close. That's why we had to do the unveil. Hold on. I totally got it. I figured it out. Maybe. I like to rip bags. We can do it. Maybe. Oh, come on. I just see this is what happens. And we're good. Look at that. Look at that. So, off-white to white pages. What if number 10, Marvel Comics of August of 1978. By Odin's Sacred Beard, indeed. Right? Now, in this book, she called herself Thordis instead of Thor. I guess just to differentiate. But it was really, really cool what happened. Pope was close. Thanks, Comic Boys. I appreciate it. Let's see. Exactly. I know, right? Now, I do have a raw copy. So, it will be fun to kind of like compare these and see. I mean, I can already tell like this one's rolled like crazy compared. Man, This is just nuts. It's nuts to be able to compare a book. You know what I'm saying? Especially one from the 70s. So that's really, really cool. So I'm going to have a lot of fun doing that for a while. Now, let me know if you're aware of this story. If you're not aware, we can do story time, and I'll tell you exactly what happens in the story. It doesn't really take that long. So it'd be Slab in a story. Let's see. Pope Zerba said, I found a raw 7.0 for $1, but have a chance to get a 9.2 graded. Wow, nice. Dude, Edwin, thank you so much, man. My happiness probably made me forget to thank you, but thanks so much. Like, I don't know what it would have graded at before, but it definitely wouldn't have been a 9.4, and this is awesome. So, really, really dig it. This is the homage cover to Journey into Mystery 83, of course. The first appearance of Thor. Don Glutt story, Richard Hodberg and David Hunt art with a John Buscema cover. Very, very cool. Man. This is just like a proud moment for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this one, the raw one, before, like right before it was revealed that Jane was the one that picked up the hammer. So like shortly before there. So I was good on that, right? But this one came about. It already looked like it was in better shape than the one I had, at a good price, like I said, through the auction, through Edwin. And then to get the deal for him to go ahead and press it, get it all cleaned up and shipped off, and it come back at 9.4. That's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, I know. See, that was also something I was thinking. It was like, I have a ton of what ifs. Need to like go back and look through the what ifs and see if they've used any of those storylines again. Because this would almost be like them saying, well, let's just use Jane. She was worthy in a story at some point. So what other little like tidbits or things from what if stories could the writers be using today? You know what I'm saying? Like something we got to go back and look through. I think we should do that. Okay, so we'll pull this one out and look through it. Because now that I have one graded, this one gets to be like read and stuff and handled a little bit more often. So what happens in this one, of course, is we all know what happens in Thor issue Journey into Mystery 83, right? Donald Blake, a doctor, is in Scandinavia. I don't remember. Was it Norway? Hold on. See? Bad prep. Retelling. Where did they go? They say, but the words are there. Whatever. So it's like, Scandinavia somewhere, right? But in this story, instead of going alone to like figure things out, he takes Jane with him. And when he's in the cave and drops his stick, she's the one that falls and goes after it instead of him. So same thing happens. She picks up the stick and, at some point hits it against a rock and transforms into Thordis. By damn. There you go. And she was a brunette, as I think everybody likes to point out. Come on, Nick. Come on. Oh, the pages are old. Yeah. So, you see Jane there. She's a brunette. And whap. So, anybody who gets Thor's hammer, I guess, except Beta Ray Bill, automatically gets blonde hair. If they have hair, it turns blonde. Or if they would have had hair, it would be blonde. Dude, that's what I'm saying, Stay Puff. What if comics are always so much fun? Midwest Comic Man said the Marvel 2-in-1 feels kind of like it, like a what if, like with them traveling to different worlds, with one event changing everything. No, I'm with you, man. That book Like, when I first read that first issue of Marvel 2-in-1, the new one with the Thing and the Human Torch, that felt just like a fun comic adventure. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was something we were missing in other books that we weren't really getting going. Oh, excuse me. Rag 718, what's going on, Rag? How's it going, brother? All right, so Jane gets the hammer. Boom. She's Thordis. Goes on many adventures. Odin hears from Loki that Thor's back, right? So Odin then... Wait, yeah. Hold on. Does it show it? I gotta get to the page. I gotta show you. I have to show you. Because she goes before Odin. He basically recalls Thor. And so she shows up. And. Yep, here we go. So she shows up. Odin gets pissed and kicks her out of Asgard. Basically banishes her. But she still then... he can't take Mjolnir from her. Whatever happens. Now, so she just goes off and has, like, tons of adventures. She's a founding member of the Avengers. So we kind of have, like, a Voyager thing here. Where it's just retconned. It was always Jane as Thor in the Avengers. Which I thought was really cool. They did that. Splash page here? Let's see. Oh, great splash page. Yeah, sorry. Sweet Exorcist number 7. What's going on? I don't know why I say number 7 instead of just 7. Excuse me, everybody. He said, true, I think even Storm got blondish hair when with her new hammer. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Maybe. Pope's looking for expensive books. Yeah. All of the current Marvel stuff is a big what if. That would be hilarious. Oh, okay. Then something crazy happens, and Sif ends up in the water, and Donald Blake finds her, and then they fall in love while Thor's out in the universe doing stuff. This book takes a weird twist. It really, like, some weird stuff. Loki shows up. Donald Blake fights with Loki, and he's no match for Loki. Of course, Thor shows up and helps out. But along the way, like I said, Donald Blake and Sif fell in love. At some point, okay, so then what happens is Ragnarok happens because Odin's in his Odin sleep, so he's not there. So Thordis goes back to Asgard, fights Mangog, the same guy who just showed up and killed her. Man, think about that. Think about this book is crazy, right? So that was basically who just beat Jane to death in the Mighty Thor 705. But she is able to defeat him along with her and like a handful of Asgardians and stave off Ragnarok. Mangog. Yeah, the old ads are awesome. Gomez is here. What's going on, Gomez? Gomez, I don't think you saw it, brother. 9.4. What if number 10? Jane Foster found the hammer. Pretty sweet. So we're just going through the raw copy. It's not really a rare book. You can always find this, like in raw at like cons and stuff. You can find this for a pretty good price and pretty good shape. So if you're looking for this one, you can definitely find it. Now, of course, to do all this, Odin wakes up because that's what Odin does. Is he normally wakes up at the last second to do something miraculous. That's just how he goes. Oh, the book. It's so rolled. These pages just don't want to come apart. They've been together for so long. Now, we just close up book. Hold on. Relooking, relooking. Okay, so, of course, at this point, though, Odin still wants the hammer back and then gives it to Donald Blake so he can turn into real Thor. But what he does is Odin then makes Jane into a goddess. So she's, you know, she's up there in Asgard. She's a goddess at this point. And creepy Allfather sneaks in on the girl that his brother that his son used to date, and basically asks Jane, like, point blank to marry him. So, weird. Creepy Odin. Creepy Odin. But Thor didn't care because he's off with Sif now. Oh my gosh. That's so messed up. Now, okay, one last page, or was that the end? Nope. So then she goes on to rule Asgard at Odin's side, and Thor and Sif go on to have adventures for Odin and his queen. Craziness, huh? So she becomes Thor, ends up the queen of Asgard. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed. Should put this somewhere. I don't think it'll stay. Alright, come here, Cap. I'll move you. Put that down. Bam! Cap. Put Cap over here. Okay. So yeah. So super excited to have this in the collection. Like I said, everybody, we'll be back next week for JLS Comics or Thursday's Comic Conversation. We just had to take this week off. If you weren't here at that beginning announcement, Chris is on vacation. Jesse had something come up, and so we'll just be back next week. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Let's see. What am I missing here? Thanks, Gomez. I appreciate that, man. Definitely on his top 50 want list. I don't know if you're talking about that or not. See, so you already know what's going to be on my Instagram a little bit later, because I've got Throwdown Thursday, and I'm going to have to throw up some Thor's Day. So that'll be up. She's fighting on the cover, so good enough. That's our Throwdown also. Let's see. Yeah, What Ifs needs to come back. They did do... Oh, what was the more recent run? Now, of course, they did them in the 80s or whatever. I want to say they did them. They did do them for a short time in the 90s. That's where we got that's like their first appearance of Spider-Girl, right? I don't know after that. Did they do them in the like 2000s, and have they done them recently? I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know if the 90s might have been the last time we've had the What If books. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Somebody let me know in the comments. Sweet Exorcist number 7 ask. My thoughts on Batman number 50. I don't know. I don't know. It was spoiled. Like, it was spoiled. And then I read it. And then it wasn't a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Am I going to drop Batman like some people have said? No. It's Batman. You don't drop Batman? What are you talking about? So, I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that. But Tom King said, you know, don't get too crazy. And that's my whole thing with comics, man. Is you got to think about it. Everybody flipped out about Cap Hydra. Flipped out. Upset like crazy. And I was just sitting thinking to myself, why are y'all flipping out? It's comics. They're going to change him back. Or this is all a who or whatever. And that's exactly what happened. It was corrected. So, with Tom King saying that this isn't the end of this story, we still got 50 more issues to go in it, I think that this is going to be a continuation of the story between the two. And probably around 100, they'll get married. So, That's what I think. I don't know. I didn't dislike it, but I went into it disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I went into that issue disappointed. Before I opened the page, I was disappointed in what I thought I was going to read. So I was down on the book from the beginning. So I can't give it a high rating even if it wowed me, which it really didn't. It was just a solid story. We got some extra pages. That's always nice. Sweet Exorcist says he's done with it. He's dropping it. I can't, man. I can't. It's Batman. I pick up Batman. Batman's like my solid, you know, like DC rock character. Like I'm gonna buy Batman. That and anything else is kind of up in the air with DC. A lot of green stuff, lanterns and arrows, and Green Arrow has been solid. Those last 2 issues have been solid, everybody. If you're not picking up Green Arrow. Oh, yeah, think about this. Tomorrow, over on ComicFrontline, we'll have our written reviews up. So everybody go check that out over on ComicFrontline.com. Link in the description below, of course. Myself, Jesse, Philly Superman, Mr. J himself, Comic Uno, Cat, who else? Chris, Mr. Dark Avenger C86, and Brant Fowler. And Lewis, we all write reviews every week, post them up over there. Been going about a month solid now, so that's a lot of fun. Let's see. What? I missed a comment. Hold on. Scroll back up. We won't keep you guys forever. Brian's here. What's going on, Brian B? Take the time collectibles. I missed a whole bunch apparently while I was just rambling. Scotty loves the 70s through the 90s comics. As do we all, brother. Sweet Exorcist says he'll pick up Batman again once King is off of it. Just finished 3-part signal read. Duke Thomas's father, Doug Thomas, but is he really his pops? Man. The signal. I don't even know. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. Rag said Sorcerer Supreme. Oh man, I just scrolled way down. Rag said something. I lost it. It's all frozen up on that side of the screen now. Who knows what's happening? Yeah, she probably would. Kamikuta would probably like, if she doesn't already have it, she may have it. She's got a pretty big collection herself. I think she inherited like her dad's collection too. Something like that. So there's no telling what all comics she actually has. Baltimore Comic Con's coming up. Now, that's funny. One of my slabs is from Baltimore Comic Con. It was slabbed in Baltimore like a couple years ago. And it made its way here. So that's pretty crazy. Rag asked if I'm, or not Rag, Sweet Exorcist asked if I'm going to San Diego or New York Comic Con this year. No. No sponsorship deals. Comicbook.com. We will have people there at New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con. So there will be stuff going on with comicbook.com as always for those 2 places. So definitely check out the site when you can. We're hoping to get some more stuff up on that YouTube channel. It's just, yeah, somebody needs to give me the login credentials for that. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, Scotty asked what got me into Thor to begin with. It was like Norse mythology, things like that. I mean, I was always like a history buff kind of growing up, so I was kind of into that, and it was a natural progression. with comics, and I just really dug Thor. Like, I don't know why. If I was like, when I first found it, if I was, I mean, it was the Norse myth stuff that I was going on to, and I think there was like some Shakespeare stuff going on. So like the way Thor was being written at that point with his words, oh geez, the old broken English stuff that they were trying to throw in there, it was hilarious. No, it just, what does that mean? It means something. So it was kind of that, but you know, just the all around part of it, the fact that the character is a god, but is also a human. But man, you got to think about it. I only had a short run of Thor when I was originally collecting back in the day, before they went 90s crazy with Thor. So it was a little nuts. So I always just kind of went backwards. Now the big thing that got me was the second. All right, so comic shop that used to exist back in the day. The second owner of that shop, really cool guy. Still friends with him, and just to this day still hang out sometimes. He was selling off some of his collection while he had the shop, and I ended up buying like his old Thor run. So the Thors that I have now, probably the lower runs I had more of back then, but I had those books, you know, so I was able to go back through the original Thor stories and read all those in single issues, and so it was a lot of fun. But just picking that up, I just overall like the character, what he stood for. He showed up everywhere. It was Thor. It was awesome. All right, Brian B. Have a good one, brother. I think that was you that had to go. Thunder 13. What's going on, Thunder 13? Oh. All right, Brian B. Man, thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it. Pope Nick Miller's here. What's going on, Nick Miller? How's it going, brother? So Nick Miller and Thunder. This is what we unboxed today. The Jane Foster What If issue number 10. What if Jane Foster picked up the Hammer of Thor? Amazing. And a 9.4 from 1978. This is a great book. Our good buddy Edwin over at Strictly Comics did the pressing job before this one was sent off. I bought it. So this is actually the first time the book has been in my possession. I couldn't even tell you how long ago that auction was. It was a while ago. So, man, it's just super clean. And these new CGC cases are thick. Look at that. That sucker's huge. That is a deep, big book. 9.4. So awesome. So awesome. I have not read Neil Gaiman's Norse Myths book yet, but it is on like my want list. I haven't picked it up yet. I need to. Have you read it, Pope? The numerous hammers are annoying. Oh, you're talking about the new one? Where he's just like a hammer for every job? I think that'll kind of filter out. That'll filter out for a little while. But, I mean, remember, the current run of Thor that we're on right now, this run that we're in, this is Jason Aaron's last run on it. So it's going to wrap up. Everything's going to kind of be reset so that then the next writer, the next creative team can come on and pick up Thor and start their own Thor story. So I'm just excited with this series to see how it's going to wrap up, how he's going to get everything back to zero. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Gomez is giving a shout out to Froster's Freezers and them floats. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it, man. Who quit? What are y'all talking about? Who quiet? What are you doing? Gomez and Rag, you are freaking everybody out. The writer needs to be hitting the head of one of those hammers. Yeah. They are pretty lame. But I think, man, I hate to like bash on anybody, but it's just, and I'm not bashing on the artist of the current. Jeez, Del Mundo. He's doing the art, right? I'm not bashing on him. The dude is he's like beautiful art. It's a great artist. Perhaps his art doesn't lend itself to a Thor book, though. I know he did Weird World, and that was crazy, and people really liked it, but it didn't sell. It wasn't a big seller or anything like that. So it's kind of one of those things of he's a great artist, no question, no question. Put him on a different book, perhaps he would do a lot better, you know. To me, as a traditional comic book fan, I guess, or something, I don't even know what you would call it. It doesn't work for me as Thor art, but I'm gonna pick it up because I'm a Thor fan, and I got to see what's happening. I got to see how the story ends, man. How long has this been going on? 8 years, something like that. How long has Jason Aaron been writing Thor? A while. 4 or 5 years, something like that. Okay, a while. Oh, the book story about 3 children of Loki. It was nice. Okay, nice. That's really cool. I thought that was cool that Loki's daughter showed up, and he called her his daughter at the end of the 2nd issue of Thor. That was pretty crazy. Spoilers. They need to make a comic book where the where the hero's weapon is a huge case. Yeah, they could totally do that. He's just running around with like CGC cases, like whapping people, knocking them out. What are y'all talking about? Is there a show starting at 9 p.m. somewhere? But it's already past that. Miss Hustle's here. No? Yes, she is. What's going on? How is it going? So, Miss Hustle, here's what we got. We'll inbox this bad mother trucker right here. What if number 10? What if Jane Foster had found the Hammer of Thor? Epic story. Awesome. The first true appearance, even though it doesn't say it here. For some reason, CGC, I'm coming at you. I'm looking at you. What you doing? First appearance of Jane Foster as Thor is in this book. Don't let anybody lie to you and say that it's in like the Mighty Thor #1 from 2000 and something, 13, 14, whenever that one came out. There have been like 4 #1 since then. Well, I'm okay. I'm gonna let it go. So yeah, awesome book, really cool story. Like I said, if you haven't read it, she goes from finding the Hammer of Thor, being outcast from Asgard, having to go back to Asgard to save it from Ragnarok, and then becoming the Queen of Asgard. Just craziness. Pure craziness. It's an awesome book. I mean, a big story in a few pages. Like, you're getting, like, panels are just jumping from adventure to adventure. It's great stuff. It's good pacing, as it were. Hustle's going to pick up the hammer. That's right. Comic Boys is out. Have a go on, Comic Boys. Thanks so much for coming by, man. I appreciate it. Sweet Exorcist said he had to drop Thor after issue 2, I guess. Just wasn't in it. I'm with you, man. I'd pick it up in trade or, you know, read my reviews of it. There you go. You can stay up to date that way. Yeah, Pope said, I can't keep all the volumes of Thor straight through. No, I can't either, man. It's ridiculous. They've jumped so many. So many. I hope they don't renumber Daredevil. I'm scared of when Charles Soule drops, because right now we're on like 604. You know? 604 was the last one to come out. They haven't renumbered it yet. And it's been going since 595, so almost 10 issues in the renumbering era. So maybe they'll just let it go, or they'll forget. Maybe somebody will just forget to renumber Daredevil. That would be awesome. Yes, the What If Elektra had lived. Maybe I'll do a video of that soon and just kind of go through all the What If issues that I had. I bought a big lot of them a while back, and there are several that I still want to get. So, I mean, that's always, if you think about it this way, What If books, for whatever reason, for the most part, I can't think of one off the top of my head that's worth a lot of money. Not signed. Okay. So, but for the most part, they're cheap. They're fun stories. And if you're ever, you know, just somewhere looking, you can always flip through some What If and always find some kind of story that you would find randomly interesting. You know what I'm saying? So, it's pretty cool. Thanks, Miss Hustle. I appreciate that. I know. It's only dreams. I know, Gomez. That's why. Mr. Unknown said, what if Mr. Gomez held the secret to the Marvel Universe? Also good, right? Any of those X-Men ones are awesome. They've got, what was the other one? One of them was with Madeline Pryor. Like, what if she had won or something like that? Scotty said, you think the movie Thor done comic Thor proud in your opinion? Yeah. Different universe. Movies are in their own universe. They don't relate. It's a different character. It's not the same one I'm reading. No, I mean, I've liked all the Thor movies, but I'm super biased, man. I'm a Thor fan. So it's hard for me to give you an unbiased opinion. But as a Thor fan, yeah, I dug the movies. I thought it did a great job, especially like the first one. He shows up and he's young, brash Thor, you know, just full of ego. Like, and that's how we get a lot of Thor in the books. And he's grown as a character. Now he's basically Odin at this point. So, and there aren't many Asgardians left. Thanks, Thanos. So, we'll see. But yeah, no, I think he did a great job. The Stormbreaker thing, I was like, but Bill, where's Beta Ray Bill? So, we'll see what happens there. I know there have been like rumblings now, of course, that after Hemsworth, that they do give the hammer to Jane, or a new Jane. Hopefully they introduce a new Jane. That would be cool. I'd be in for that. Man, Pope said they dropped all the other numbers. Can you imagine 1,000 issues of Daredevil? Dude, I would be so pumped. I feel like I have 1,000 issues of Daredevil. I feel like I do. Already. So many issues of Daredevil. The first volume. The second volume. The third volume. The fourth volume. There's too many volumes, man. So, but it's nice because now you can stop and recount and make sure you got the right numbers in between. Oh, man. Renumbering. Scotty said I got to make a video on my top X-Men 90s cartoon episodes. My top X-Men 90s episodes. Alright, I can do that. Let's see. We'll be wrapping up here in just a minute, guys. Let's see if I can... Farley's Independent Music Channel. What's going on? It says, I'm an old collector and I'm getting back into comics again after 28 years. Where should I start with Green Arrow? Man. Okay. Easy. What issue just came out this week? Can't even remember. 42? I think issue 42 came out this week. You could go get issue 41 and 42 and you would probably be happy. The new 52 Green Arrow is going to mess you up, brother. It's going to mess you up. It's new 52, so it's reorganized. You know, it's kind of like a reorg of things. So I don't know if new 52 is where you want to start. Rebirth is probably a better point. You really could pick up the first, like, Rebirth #1 of Green Arrow. They do run a storyline for a long, long time, though. Like 30 issues. It's a really long storyline. That's an overarching storyline that goes on. But there are some really cool ones. But the last 2 issues, issue came out this week, I believe, was 42. And then 41 came out, a few weeks ago, a month ago. Those 2, basically the start of a new creative team, new launch point. So that would be, if you're just looking for Green Arrow, that's where I would go. For just a solid, like if you wouldn't go to the comic shop and get a couple issues, get the one that came out this week and the one before that, and you're set. Especially if you are a Green Arrow fan, then you already know what's up. Hold on. Alright, there was Farley's. Now let's scroll back. Cosmic Ghost Rider. JoJo's Comics. What's going on, JoJo's? You are, but it's okay. JoJo, we'll show this again. It is. We unboxed the Jane Foster What If number 10. What if Jane Foster picked up the Hammer of Thor? This awesome bad boy. And we kind of went through the story. But, just super happy to have this. Again, thanks to Strictly Comics. Well, I guess thanks for him having it at a low price on an auction in such awesome shape, and then pressing it, and then, I paid to have it shipped to CGC, and boom, got it back. It's awesome. So I'm super happy to have that, and I have a raw copy. Can't beat that. That's right. Nightwing cover B is on fire. I know, it's right over there. I don't even know, man, what my favorite cover this week was. I don't know. I mean, the Catwoman number 1 art germ was good. I got that one. But I really like the Jim Lee variant for Justice League number 3 this week. Was the Hawk Girl. Man, that was a really cool cover. I really dug that. But I'm also on like a Hawkman kick right now. Some Hawk stuff. Adam Strange, way to go. Oh man, I just missed a whole bunch of what y'all just said. Oh, Gomez got the Unnatural B cover. Nice. Yeah, that one was crazy. I didn't even see that. Sweet Extra said Green Arrow Rebirth was awesome. Some of the best art in all of Rebirth. Definitely if you're talking about Otto Schmidt. Otto Schmidt did some great stuff. I really enjoyed his run, but he couldn't stay consistently on the book. I don't know what was going on. I don't know where they were moving him around, but that was what hurt that series for me in the beginning, was that he would do, several issues and then be gone, and then come back for like an issue and be gone, and come back and do a cover and be gone. And I was like, man, what's going on with this? All right, let's scroll back, see what we got here. Wife didn't approve of that cover, Gomez. I wonder why. Scotty. All right, here we go. Yeah, Hot Girl and Cap looks sick, right? Get that Fairyland number 20 final issue jock cover. Gonna be hot. Gomez specking on some hotness from the I Hate Fairyland number 20. Who did the Nightwing cover B? I don't remember. Was it Granoff? No. Who did it? Gomez. Gomez will tell us. It switched between Otto Schmidt and Juan Fiera. That's right. I didn't like Juan's art as well, Sweet Exorcist. Just didn't do it for me. Because Otto Schmidt's was so good. So, whatever. What them graders notes say? I don't know. I'll have to get with Edwin on that, I guess. And find out for sure. Yeah. Because I don't know. I'll find out. I don't know. I am curious. But want to say there's just like a weird indentation on the spine. It's one of those things that couldn't be pressed out or something. That's probably about it. All the corners look really good though. So I don't know. I will definitely find out what the grader's notes are, and we'll give an update on that at some point. Somebody just shot off some fireworks. That's pretty crazy. Scotty. So many cool books this week. I know, that's what I'm saying. Stellar #1 from Image is pretty good. Nice interior art. Yep, I picked up that one. Mr. Unknown Comics got that one's like pretty cool story. Trying to figure out what's going on with that chick. The other one was Weatherman. Weatherman was really cool. I like that first issue. Ben Oliver was the artist on the Nightwing Bean cover. Scotty asked if I had a chill for 4th of July. I actually did. It was a really good time. Just went, had lunch with family, hung out for a while, played some video games with my nephew, and then was just kind of back home at the end of the night, just because of the dogs and fireworks. So I just kind of chilled with them. It's good stuff. Pope got that cover. House of Waxworks? That sounds insane. Dude, people are seriously shooting off. I guess, you know, they still got them. They didn't use them all last night, so they want to mess with my dogs tonight. Whatever. It's okay. It's all good. But, alright everybody, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. I really appreciate it. Like I said, thanks for tuning in. Sorry there wasn't a comic conversation this week, but that will be back next week over on Jesse's channel, JLS Comics, next Thursday night at 8:30. Definitely check that out if you can. So, hope everybody has a great weekend as we're kind of rolling into it. And definitely check out ComicFrontline tomorrow afternoon for the reviews when they're posted up. And then hit comicbooks.com on Monday where we'll have the new comics list, because that's how it is. But big shout out to everybody who showed up in the chat. Thanks, I really appreciate it, guys. And a big shout out to Strictly Comics, the big man himself, for the great pressing job and getting that shipped off and everything. So I appreciate that. So until next time, everybody, we'll be back. And if not before, somewhere on the internet, if I don't see you, then I will definitely be here on Sunday morning for Sunday Morning Comics. So come back and check that out if you can. Have a good one, Miss Hustle, JoJo's Comics, Gomez, Pope, Mr. Unknown, Sweet Exorcist, Scotty, and Nick Miller, Farley's. Everybody I'm forgetting that was here that I mentioned earlier. Names of the chat. Alright, everybody, have a good one. Thanks so much. We'll see you later in some other chat, probably here in just a little while.